Hey guys, so in today's video I am going to be showing you all how to make this very adorable DIY lemonade stand for your American Girl doll. I thought it was a really fun idea because now that it's kind of the middle-ish of the summer, I feel like there's going to be lots of lemonade stand AGSMs, and maybe you can use this as a prop or even just for decor in your doll's room or something like that. I thought it was a really cool little thing that I wanted to show you guys how to make, and you can subscribe down below if you would like to, and basically you won't miss out on any videos I'll be posting. And I actually am going to be going away in like 2 weeks or so, and I will be away for 2 weeks, but I'm going to try and pre-film some videos so I can still post over my holiday, but hopefully that'll work out. And so without further ado, let's get started. So for this project you'll be needing a plain shoebox, some yellow and white paper, some unsharpened pencils, and it's okay if they have patterns all over them like this one, as long as they are unsharpened, that's fine. Some gray duct tape, a ruler, some glue, and I'm going to be using school glue and hot glue, and some scissors. So we're going to start off with your plain shoebox and your white paper, and basically what we're going to be doing is we're going to be making a border around each side of the box besides the bottom, of course. So you're just going to take your white paper and you're going to kind of measure the length that you want, and you're going to cut a thick strip so that you can cover the border of the side, and then you're going to take your glue, and I'm going to use my school glue here, and you're going to want to stick that on nice and tight onto your box so it doesn't come off, and then it should end up looking something like this. So it just kind of looks like a box with a bunch of white borders around it, and you want to make sure you cover every side with that. Then go grab some yellow paper, and basically what we're going to be doing with this is we're going to cover the black areas with the yellow paper. So you're just going to want to measure and cut it according to the size of the black area you're covering, and then you're going to grab some glue, put it all over there, and stick it onto wherever you measured it for, so whichever black spot you measured. And then I just did that for every side that I did the white border on, and then it ended up looking like a bright yellow box, and my dog definitely came and interjected, but that's okay. He had fun. So yeah, you're just going to do this with every single side until you have a box all covered. Then I went ahead and made a lemonade sign, and basically I just freehanded it, but you can always put some pencil under there first to make sure you know what you're doing. And then I made a bunch of different ones. Let me know which one you like down below in the comments best. And then I made a final copy of the one that I chose first, and then I cut it out and I tried to plan out where I wanted to do it, and I basically did the top in the middle. Then I grabbed some glue and stuck it where I wanted, and then it ended up looking very cute, I think. And then I made this really cute little menu, and I decided to stick it right below that sign just for a little something extra. Moving on, you're going to want to grab your pencils and your duct tape, and you're going to want to cut your duct tape into small strips, and this is how we're going to cover the pencils. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to go one strip at a time up the pencil, and you're going to want to cover it like so. And as you can see, I tried using one big strip and kind of going up there diagonally, and it ended up looking really horrible like this. So don't do that. Do it the way that I showed you, and you will end up with really neat looking pulls for the lemonade stand, and then you're going to do that to all 4 of your pencils. So now we're going to make the top part of the lemonade stand. So you're going to want to grab some white paper, and you're going to want to put it on top of the box. And you're going to want to mark the length or the height, whatever you want to call it, and then you're going to add 2 extra little spaces below that. And then you're going to cut it on the very bottom line like so. And basically what should happen is when you put it on top of the box top, there should be some extra space hanging over, which is what you want. So then you're going to make marks on where to fold it. Then you're going to fold it so that there are 2 tabs sticking out, and then your paper should look kind of strange, but it should look something like this, and this is what's going to help us with the gluing process. So to make the front and back side parts, if that makes any sense, you're going to want to lay out the tabbed piece so that you make the right length of it, and then you're going to just kind of figure out how long you want the sides to be. Then you're going to cut out that paper, and it should look like a long strip, and you're going to want to double that so that you have 2 of those. So just trace that one, cut it out, and then you should have 2 papers like so. And basically what we're going to do is we're going to glue them onto the tab paper so that the top part of the lemonade stand has some sides to it, obviously. And then you're going to make the side parts, and basically you're going to want to take your tab part, you're going to lay it vertically, and then you're going to want to mark how wide it should be, Then you're going to take one of the long strips that you just cut and you're going to want to mark how long it should be, if that makes any sense at all. And then you're going to cut it out, and basically it should look like a small little rectangle. And once again, like the other long strips, you're going to want to double it. So trace it, cut it out, and then you should have two papers that look something like this, as well as the two longer strips that we recently made and the first one that we made with the tabbed parts on this side. So then I gathered some of the yellow scraps that I used earlier, and basically with this I just wanted to decorate the white papers for the over top of the lemonade stand a bit because it looked really plain, you know, just a bunch of white papers, so I wanted to add a little bit extra to it. So I just cut out some random rectangles and things like that and glued them onto each paper just to add a little bit of extra color. I didn't get too crazy with this, I just did very simple shapes, but you can get as creative as you would like with it. Next, take those two smaller rectangles and you're going to want to fold two small tabs on the top of them, once again to help with the gluing process. And now you're going to want to glue every part together. So you're going to start with your tab paper and your long strips, and you're going to want to add some glue onto the tabbed areas, and then you're going to stick the long strip onto there so that it sticks together. And I wanted to add a little bit of extra security to it, so basically I flipped it over and I took some tape, taped it together so that it would help a little bit more sticking it together so it didn't fall off or anything. And then I did the same to the other long strip. I then got my two smaller rectangles and glued those onto the tab paper using the tabs that we just folded onto those. So I just put the glue on the tabs and then stuck it on the two ends of the tabbed paper for both sides. I next taped all the sides together, pretty self-explanatory. I just put tape on one side, then stuck it onto the other to form a box-looking shape. Then I laid that top onto the top of the box and I marked where the corners were for all four corners, and that's where I decided to glue each of the pulls. So for this I did use hot glue just to make sure it didn't fall off or anything. That was the way that I thought it was most secure. So I just put those little glue dots onto the marked spaces that I made until I had all four pulls stuck together securely. To attach the box top thing, I did have someone help me hold it so that I could tape it. Here is me just securing the tape, but I would recommend that you have someone hold it just to make the job much easier. And as you can see on the inside, it ended up looking something like this. Then for extra decor, I